MotoGP, like any elite level sport, is cutthroat. It's ruthless. Oh! The level is just unbelievably high.
Great touch.
It's a brutal arena. Nobody is fast-tracked into MotoGP. You have to earn it. It's a tough road. In 2025, we welcome 3 rookies into MotoGP.
Can you believe it? Ogura and Chantra, Asia Talent Cup champion.
Ogura and Chantra, first Thai rider ever to race in MotoGP.
This is amazing, like a dream come true.
Aldeguer, Spanish rider, super exciting young talent.
It is phenomenal. Aldeguer, he's a first-time winner. This guy is blessed with an abundance of skill and talent.
I know the talent that I have. I know my potential.
Ogura, first rider who won a world championship, having come through the Asia Talent Cup system.
Golden Ogura that wins the Moto2 World Championship in 2024.
You just feel amazing.
3 rookies and 3 very different personalities. They've reached the pinnacle. What we haven't seen is just the endless, the tireless work that they have done. You have to work with every millimetre of your body and use every ounce of your talent to get into MotoGP.
La gente se esperaba que no estaba preparado.
¿Sabes por qué creo que es eso? ¿Qué pensaban eso?
¿Por?
Por no haber ganado en Moto2.
Ay, ya, pero...
¿Sabes? En plan, como que tienen metido en la mente que si no ganas en Moto2 no subes a MotoGP.
And towards the back end of 2023, it was clear that Aldeguer was the hottest property in MotoGP. He ended 2023 absolutely flying. There were a lot of MotoGP teams that were keeping a very close eye on Fermin.
In 2023, I won the 3rd race in a row. The possibility to go in MotoGP was there for 2024 with other team. But Gigi talked with me and they said, don't sign. And before I start the 2024 season, you have a MotoGP contract and you try to win the Moto2 championship.
I watched him very well since the beginning, and he did some races, in my opinion, unbelievable in Moto2 class. So I was quite sure when I signed with him that he has the talent.
No points for big title candidates. Aldeguer. So much expectation, so much pressure on his shoulders. This is turning into a bit of a horror 2024, isn't it, for Aldeguer?
He is now out of World Championship contention.
There were points during 2024 where people were actually saying, Ducati made a big mistake here. You know, did they jump the gun? Did they sign him too early?
Te cayó mucho hate. O sea, porque, a ver, eres joven y puede ser que gente no te hubiese preparado, que tal, y te dijese lo típico de muy joven la MotoGP, muy no sé qué.
Mucho. Porque decían que no había ganado nada para subir a MotoGP. No me criticaban, pero opinaban de que demasiado.
No estabas preparado.
Exacto.
Opinaban demasiado.
Opinaban demasiado.
De más.
Pero bueno, al final, como siempre digo, hay que demostrarlo con hechos, no con palabras.
Huge expectation on the shoulders of Fermin. You know, how would he respond from not winning the championship? How would he get on being on the best bike on the grid?
So Fermin didn't manage to win the championship in Moto2. That's because of the performance levels of Ogura. He took a huge step up in 2024 and was able to beat everybody to the Moto2 crown.
The middle of last year, we started thinking about what the rider lineup was going to look like in 2025. We wanted to go with a really, really great young talent. We loved the maturity that Ogura had and just decided that that was the direction that we wanted to go because we felt like we could really build a future with him.
but the size not much different.
Ah, okay. Okay, it's a good starting point.
But it's different.
For sure. For sure.
Of course, to be a MotoGP rider is one of my biggest dreams in my life. When I'm in home, take a little bit of relaxing time and look back my career. Sometimes I get quite emotional.
I wasn't the only Asian rider to be stepping up to MotoGP because Somkhat Chantra was also given the chance to move up with LCR Honda.
We decided to move and to open another chapter, basically to give another opportunity to another Asian riders. We definitely decided to move on with Chantra to give an opportunity to him.
This guy look like me. The first time when I hear we think about you to go MotoGP, I was crying. I was called back to my family, my mom, my sister, and I was crying.
Ogura and Somkhat Chantra, those two have been racing together for a decade.
Somkhat is one of my biggest friends. I'm really happy that we both moved up to the MotoGP at the same time because we were friends since Asia Thailand Cup time. So it's kind of emotional moment.
They live together in Barcelona, so those two have an incredibly close connection, almost like the old cliche, best of friends off the track, deadly rivals on track.
From Asia Thailand Cup, we're fighting together, and now we come to MotoGP together and we fight together.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. MotoGP 2025 is up and running with round one in Thailand.
The start of the year was like a fairy tale, a dream for Somkhat Chantra. He would make his debut in front of his home crowd in Ogura.
Yeah, it was an electric atmosphere. The amount of people that came there, the amount of TV cameras and microphones, it was ridiculous. Everywhere we went, all people wanted to talk about was Somkhat Chantra.
Magic Somkhat.
Our friends.
Yeah. Your teammate is really famous here.
It's too famous.
Wow, the atmosphere was absolutely hilarious, amazing. So many fans, absolutely in love, and I'm proud for them to be, to see a Thai rider for the very first time in MotoGP class.
Ogura, Somkhat Chantra and Thailand Aldeguer, they would have been dreaming of this moment for so many years.
My dream when I was a kid, stay in this photo. And yeah, it's so nice. The photo is not important is the result, but this moment is for me.
Welcome to Thailand. We go racing once again in the main Grand Prix. Three rookies, of course, starting their new adventure here this weekend in Thailand. Ogura with Aldeguer and Somkhat Chantra. We're racing in MotoGP here in Thailand. Ogura once again has made a superb start. Ogura in the podium place on lap one.
Morbidelli's now having a go at Ogura, but the rookie is in no mood to be pushed around here. He's actually now being overtaken by Frankie Morbidelli halfway around this. That's a Morbidelli now up into fourth.
Ogura, a sensational fifth place for the rookie. Absolutely sensational. Fourth in the sprint, fifth in the main Grand Prix. Top of Priya in both. Got a bright future, that lad, I think.
18th place, but for the thousands upon thousands of Thai fans, your winner is right there.
Aldeguer, the Grazini rookie, 13th place.
We know this is great. Next time we reset and we restart it, so we don't feel any pressure.
The problem for you is that now you're not under the shadow.
And we don't care. We go
Absolutely.
MotoGP is so difficult. It's such a big step from Moto2 to MotoGP. You don't really know, how it's going to go when they get on the bikes for the first time. And we've been very impressed with his professionalism, his demeanor, and how well he's adapted to the pressure of MotoGP.
It was the best race by a rookie since Mark in Qatar in 2013. So straight away, if you're being compared to Marc Marquez's first race in MotoGP, you've done something extra special. You've done something extraordinary.
How was today? Hot. How are you feeling?
Fifth.
Fifth? No. Congratulations. Not bad to start, eh? Super good, believe me.
Of course, it's really nice that one of the fastest riders will talk a little bit about me, and that makes me feel like I'm part of the MotoGP riders.
Ogura adapted his style faster than me in the first race. I thought that I wasn't ready to stay in MotoGP.
It's a proper whack. Well, he instigated that. That was all of his own doing, wasn't it? Aldeguer trying to be aggressive.
Oh, Aldeguer's
gone down. Well, they're dropping like flies, aren't they, late on here now?
Está siendo duro. La gente va muy rápido.
¿Te lo esperabas así?
Hombre, obviamente. Son los más rápidos del mundo, ¿no?
For me, the mentally toughest thing was to see all these names that I have to go against. Example like Marquez brothers, Bagnaia.
The demands in MotoGP, the pressure in MotoGP is so high. Rookies have to start performing almost immediately. There's so much expectation. Fermin Aldeguer is a perfect example. You know, a difficult start to this season. He was finding his feet in a new category. And then there was this click.
The step and the click was in America. There, I felt that something changed in my style, how I felt with the bike. And after this, we continue.
It's lights out, and we're racing in MotoGP here in France. Fermin Aldeguer's made a blistering start. Oh, there's a touch there as well between Mark and Aldeguer had contact there. Fermin Aldeguer, what a weekend it would be for the number 54. 6th Grand Prix, and he's on the podium for the first time. Well, that was not a rookie performance at all, was it? Look at Mark go straight over to Fermin Aldeguer. You have pretty close ties with the Marquez siblings.
Anytime you get to hang out with world champions like Mark and Alex, off the track, on the track, that's going to be a benefit. For Fermin to be part of that tight inner circle is gold.
It's okay, hermano. It's okay. You, it's okay. It's okay.
¿Qué pasa, hermano?
El más pequeño en medio.
Es duro MotoGP.
Oh, para Dios, para Maradona.
Es duro. En la 3 que has pillado, te la estás jugando ya ayer, ¿eh?
Bueno, podría haber dicho esta mañana cuando me has visto.
Pero es que, Kai, yo te voy a decir, a lo mejor tú te encuentras seguro.
No.
All riders, you know, they've got their own targets, they've got their own goals, they've got their own expectations. And as a rookie, yeah, of course, one of the first boxes you want to tick is to be Rookie of the Year.
A masterclass from Ogura. Another great ride by Ogura.
And look at Ogura, speedway style on the inside of Johan Zarco.
Ogura was not the only rookie League did shine under the sail lights. Fermin Aldeguer, he is backing himself for a strong challenge. Aldeguer on the charge. Rookie? What rookie? This is brilliant by the number 54. Fermin Aldeguer takes an exceptional second place. What a ride by Aldeguer.
Intentamos siempre dar pasos y lo estamos consiguiendo, así que objetivos los cumplimos.
We've seen some real highlights from both Fermin and I. Fermin more so, with being on the podium already in only his 6th MotoGP start. On the other hand, though, it's been a huge struggle for Ogura and Chantra, a bit of a nightmare for the Thai rider.
Ogura and Chantra, who was our slowest rider earlier on today.
A rather red-faced moment, isn't it, for the rookie? Difficult weekend for Chantra, and given just how much he's struggling in his rookie season.
Chantra sometimes is at 1.2 seconds from the pole position, or is 0.6 seconds from his teammate Johan Zarco. It's an unbelievable achievement. But unfortunately, the level of the MotoGP category is so high that, of course, looks like he's not fast because he's on the bottom of the classification. It's really a matter of time that we don't have.
If you're missing a 10th every corner, you're not competitive. You're not slow, but you're not competitive. Nothing comes easy in MotoGP. You've got to work hard for it and, you know, may the best man win.
Good morning and a warm welcome back to Indonesia. Big moment for the 20-year-old rookie, starting from the front row for the first time. Lights out, and we're racing here in Mandalika. Aldeguer goes on the inside, and Marini made that move beautifully. Aldeguer then now up into 2nd place. Here is Aldeguer taking the lead of this Grand Prix for the first time. He's got the job done up at turn 10. What a moment in the career, the very young career of Fermin Aldeguer. Phenomenal Fermin Aldeguer here in the Grand Prix of Indonesia. What a performance, what a dominant victory by the rookie. 2nd youngest ever MotoGP winner at the age of 20 years and 183 days. This is why Gigi Dall'Igna wanted to get the prized signature of Aldeguer.
When a rookie wins a race, that means something, for sure.
This is emotional, no? You dream many times, and it's like, okay, it's less weight, but I didn't enjoy it when I crossed the line.
But what made this story even more incredible was the fact that Aldeguer is so young. You know, he's the 2nd youngest rider in MotoGP history to win as a rookie. The 2nd youngest behind Marc Marquez, which is some accolade.
Mola.
Segundo, más joven.
Aldeguer did an amazing job and accomplished one of his main goals, and that was to be the Rookie of the Year.
Fermin Aldeguer, the Rookie of the Year in 2025.
Unfortunately, we never saw Ogura really properly fight for the Rookie of the Year championship. It was very much a roller coaster season for Ogura-san. You know, he had a lot of big crashes, some painful injuries.
Oh, huge. Now that is a fireball crash for Ogura. A tough period this for Ogura-san, the rookie. Oh, his rookie season in MotoGP ends in the gravel trap.
He's just a worker, you know, and he's focused on the bikes. His feedback is really good. And he's been working really great with the mechanics because, you know, he's got a very mature personality. No matter if he finishes 5th in the race or, you know, lays the bike down and or is struggling with the bike, if the information flow is the same, it really helps them do their jobs.
2026 will be a massive year for him because, as we know this year, the Aprilia is a proven race-winning motorcycle, and a lot of people are going to be looking at Ogura. He's got a year of experience, a year of knowledge, a year of working with the team, a year of understanding MotoGP. next year it will be time for him to make that clear, significant step forward. Yeah, and also 2026 is going to be a massive year for Aldeguer, second season MotoGP. He has to step up, and there's already a lot of talk that maybe he'll have the option to be Marc Marquez's teammate in 2027. That will only come if he does perform and wins a lot of races. So yeah, huge year upcoming for Aldeguer.
I know that Linha is looking me, and for sure, one of my dreams and one of my goals is arrive to work with him in the official team.
He will be the future of our brand in the MotoGP.
Me tienes que regalar un boli para firmar mi contrato oficial de Ducati.
As two of the rookies are having a really successful season and certainly going into the future are going to be targeting factory rides. Another one, it looks as though that his time in MotoGP is coming to an end. Somkiat has just struggled to settle and adapt himself to the MotoGP bike.
When I know I have to leave of MotoGP, of course I was feel sad because I want to stay here more year.
The MotoGP class it's really a tough category. Some rider has let's say, something more that they can learn the category quicker, and some of the riders need a little bit more time.
And that opens the door for a very exciting rookie to join the championship. A rider from Brazil, Diogo Moreira, who has a massive reputation, a really versatile talent.
He's a hugely exciting talent. Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez have trained with him and have spoken glowingly about what he's able to do.
Coming into a new championship, a new environment, off the back of being crowned the world champion, just gives you that confidence. You're the Moto2 world champion, and I've earned my place in MotoGP.
Welcome.
We'll not only have one rookie in MotoGP next year, but we'll also have Toprak Razgatlioglu, the three-time World Superbike champion, finally making the switch to MotoGP.
Toprak comes to MotoGP. I mean, he's kind of like the World Superbike's Marc Marquez, isn't he, really? So he's a rider that's got that sort of magnetic personality. He's got that X factor.
One of the huge questions that all motorsport fans have had for, decades now of what can Toprak do on a MotoGP bike?
Diogo and Toprak, the pressure is there. You don't get that much time to adapt nowadays in MotoGP. As we've seen this year, you have to perform right from the first race. So much excitement, though, isn't there, for those two rookies coming to MotoGP in 2026.